So in the latest chapters of One Piece, we got to a word called the Abyss. And we are here to talk about what the Abyss is and what it looks like and maybe who created it and everything. So tune in and hang on tight until the end of the video because we might have an answer for it. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It is very important, guys. And first of all, I want to give you a quick heads up of the true definition of what an abyss is. The word abyss simply means a deep hole, so deep that it seems bottomless or immeasurable. The word is often used in modern context to describe the sea. In the Bible and in Jewish theology, the abyss is often a metaphorical reference to the place of evil spirits. Sometimes the abyss is pictured as a deep or bottomless hole in the earth. This is the background for the New Testament usage. The King James Version usually translates the Greek term abyssus as bottomless pit. So we understand that basically an abyss is a hole or a pit basically of darkness. And who do you think created it? Who do you think from the latest chapters and from the latest anime episodes we can also see that, you know, we can clearly say that it's him who kind of created it, or maybe it's not. Maybe him is just the host to a devil that created it. Maybe. But basically that darkness is coming from him. We understand that in a way. And it basically, from speculation, looks like a dark hole, like a tunnel with multiple doors as long as you keep on going, you know? And it's a place where Im-sama is, of course, the king of that place, from what I'm speculating. And guys, if I'm wrong about this, let me know down in the comments below. That's what it's here for. We're here to discuss and actually, you know, figure out the stuff that's going on in One Piece. So let me know down in the comments below. But basically, from my own understanding, I understand that Im-sama back in the day won not the war per se, but won the final battle against Nika or whoever it was back then. And from there, Im got to control the whole world, and you can clearly see that the shadows are clearly entrapping the whole world of One Piece into that abyss that makes it easier for them to basically travel anywhere in the world of One Piece. And basically, how can you access it? Because I don't think that anyone can just come in there and access the whole abyss, you know? Like the way to even get to the king, like the ghost king of the world in a way. Like, it's not that easy. So you gotta have, in a way, a key to it. And from what we saw in the latest chapters of One Piece, the God's Knights have a mark on themselves, like on their body. And even back to Shanks, we also saw in one of the backstories that Shanks also had a mark in the missing arm that he's got. So hey, I'm just speculating. Maybe he was a God's Knight. Go check out my video. But what I'm saying is, if you have a key, for example, in your body, you can have access to that abyss. And from the latest chapters in Elbaf, you can clearly see that the little kids that the God's Knights were trying to kidnap could not be transported in the abyss because they don't have the mark and they are too big and whatever. So they have to transport them to Marijois in boats and stuff like that. And so that's why I believe you gotta have the key to access the abyss. And just like Brulee's power, for example, where she had that power of going through a mirror and she accesses a whole mirror world where she can see more mirrors there and she can access more mirrors in other places. So now I'm gonna actually base the abyss kind of power into that kind of same power that Brulee has. So the abyss is a hole of darkness, for example, where you go in, you have multiple doors, and from those doors you can access to wherever you are, wherever you want in the world of One Piece, basically. Same as the mirror fruit of Brulee, where you go through one mirror, you travel in that mirror world, and you can go through other mirrors in that mirror world and go to another destination in the world, for example. Same basic fruit in a way. That's what I believe. And so from what I understood and from what we got in the latest chapters, we understand that the God's Knights can actually use the abyss. So we have Summers, we have Gunko, and Killingham, and Shamrock that can use it. But I don't know if every God's Knight can actually summon the entrance of it, or it's actually just Gunko, because from what we saw, it's just basically Gunko that opened the abyss in a way, but the others were not capable of it from what I saw. Basically, maybe in the next chapters I'm gonna be totally proven wrong, but from what I saw, this is what I believe in a way. So can everybody use it? I don't believe so. Just like I said, you gotta have the key, and from what we saw, only the Gods Knights can use it until now, and Imsama and all of that. But maybe something will happen in the future. I'm guessing something with the Darkness Fruit, for example, with Blackbeard, because something is their powers are so close. So I'm guessing that if something would happen, for example, if Blackbeard comes in contact with a God's Knights, and that God's Knight is trying to go into the abyss, for example, and Blackbeard at that point uses his own power of the darkness or whatever, and he grabs on into the abyss, and that's going to be his access or something like that into the abyss. Basically, that's the only exception to the game I see. Basically, just Blackbeard with his devil fruit power getting into the abyss, and that's the only character. And if we were to locate pretty much where that abyss is, I would tell you that the abyss is not a place where you basically can access to in reality, just like the mirror fruit of Brule. It's another dimension in a way, but that other dimension is literally tied to reality in a way whereby using that either dimension you have like hacks to the reality of the One Piece world in a way, just like the mirror fruit of Brule in a way. So where is the abyss? Pretty much I will tell you, it's literally everywhere and anywhere, but you just can't see it, and you don't have the key to get to it, to access it in a way. And is there any way that you can actually destroy the abyss? Maybe. We will see in the future if the fight in between, for example, Blackbeard, Im, and Luffy, for example, will have to do something for the destruction of the abyss, because from my understanding, basically it is a bottomless hole of darkness. So can you actually destroy a bottomless hole of darkness? I don't think so, but maybe you can just get rid of it somehow with some light or something. So that's why I believe the power of Nika or something will have to do something with it at the end, and maybe Blackbeard's power too will have something to do with it at the end, and maybe those two powers will be the ones to destroy the abyss in a way. And so on that note, guys, let me know down in the comments below, what do you think the abyss is, and who do you think can access the abyss too? Let me down in the comments below, what do you think about this whole situation? And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!